Another campus, and I believe that's recorded history. Excellent. We can now make use of that. Let's get natural philosophy in immediately. Natural philosophy, urban planning, charismatic leader, and I'll put diplomatic league back in. Just means I can put 2 envoys into Leventa. I could put another governor in, but thinking about it, do I want to just wait 5 turns? No, I'm going to get defensive tactics. So let's pick up Connoisseur. I was thinking about whether to wait for the next thing of Void Singers to convert all of my delicious faith into science and culture. I don't think it's needed right now. Vietnam. Oh, you've got 2 luxuries. Honored to meet you. Loved zombie hospitality. And that is another era score, which is delightful. She wants some turtles, and I can buy her luxuries from her. It's a good deal. 4 turns left. We've got 1 era score, which will take me to 42 from the walls. This has taken me to 43 for mass production, and this will be 1 extra for 44. What else am I going to do? What can we do? I mean, 3 archers, 3 mines, 2 harbors, 2 universities. There's a lot of different stuff, but not much of it is very easy. Hopefully my galley will just discover the last person. We're only 1 person away from meeting everyone. Oh, that's a natural wonder, and that's Boston. Forward settling Vietnam, seemingly. Interesting. That's 1 extra era score though. Yes. Go on, meet somebody. Meet someone new. Oh, you're kidding me. You are literally kidding me. That's the last person. I'm 1 turn away. Oh, isn't that always the way? Okay, what am I going to do to get this era score? I wanted to avoid this, but it's going to be great people, isn't it? I'm going to have to buy a great person. Should we buy a great writer? Get ourselves 2 sources of writing? I think we're going to have to. So first of all, what we'll do is I'll just buy this tile and chop it out because that's kind of what I wanted to do. And now my luxuries. We need to make sure that we get raw gold from this. Up to 600. How much do we need? 1,100. Of course we do. Far too much. Babylon will give me a little bit more, so we now only need 300 more. America will give me 283 of that at a ratio of 20 to 1 gold per turn. That's not too bad. And look at that. There you go. 3 era score for rushing a great person. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. The era score master. He's so modest. Yeah, I know. Very cramped map, isn't it? I'm going to have to really look to push out and settle all of the area around me. But luckily for me, with 50 science going into turn 83, we actually have the opportunity to ride this golden age into something rather special. First of all, the governor appears, and we would love chorus. That 31 faith per turn doesn't seem like a lot right now, but if we don't even have our holy sites out, it's fine. That'll turn into extra science, culture, and gold. It should give us 6 of every resource at the moment, which is okay. It's good. But now we can go for monumentality and use my 600 banked faith to get some settlers out, which is good. I'm going to go work some mines here in order to get the apprenticeship bonus, which is quite good. I'm going to start getting some great works as well. These are, oh yeah, of course. That was roomy, wasn't it? Even better. 4 culture great works. Love them. And these 2 still the best locations for cities? I think they are, you know, but I don't really want to be using Canberra's population because I'd like to get 7 population in that city. So we will go settler, like that from these 2 cities, and we'll go move to that and move to that, and we'll just forget about them for a bit. And there's Tamiris. We've met everyone now. Am I the first? Yes, I am. 5 era score. You see, that would have been handy a couple turns ago, but weirdly enough, that's actually worked really well for us. And she's selling Mercury. Oh, I would have taken Mars or Jupiter, but Mercury's pretty good. Well, Congress time. I'm going to vote for Melly because people always go for that, and I'm going to choose to try and vote in Babylon's religion because Feed the World's really nice, and I follow it. Yay! 2 era score with diplomacy points. You know what they are. I've got 2 of them, as does Babylon. 2 great works of writing. We're about to unlock temples as well. We're just happy to be here. That's the Australian way in this game. An aid request. You know what? Diplomatic Australia, we're going to get involved with this, and don't forget Ursa's handy trick. Before you start putting carbon into the atmosphere, find the person and give them 1 gold. The amount of times that works. Oh, actually, she won't even let me give her gold because she doesn't like me. Ha! She knows her worth. 30 gold minimum. Fine. You know what? I respect that. +7 holy site. I know there's a +8. I know, but that's a canal. I can't say no to canals, okay? I've got a problem. It's a medical thing. That was another campus, by the way. We're up to 78 science per turn. By turn 86, considering the ridiculously bad nature of our start, I'm going to take that. And Salvador's being killed. Are you at war? No, that's just looks like it was at least 2 floods in a row. Oh, fine. That's pretty bad. Fez, can you show me the world? Yay. Oh, look at all that land. Man, I live in a very cramped part of this world. That's actually a barb there with a settler. And I can hire a field cannon from the barbs. Of course I can. Let's work out who that is. Oh, yep. 44 tech Babylon Babylon over there. Should have known. So far, the disappointing thing is the world has been very peaceful. I'm not saying we want the world to descend into chaos, but if it doesn't, we'll be a little bit disappointed. Put it that way. I think Canberra might be the one to make the government plaza. Is that going to be the thing to do? What's the appeal on this tile? 0. I chopped some rainforests down. The theatre square might actually be a decent plonk there. I could build a theatre square. I could get a government plaza. There's a lot of different things that I could get. Or, you know what I could do? Could build an industrial zone in such a location to boost as many cities as possible. I would actually get all of them if I were to put it on that marsh tile, which is next to 2 lumber mills and iron. Oh yeah. All right, let's do that. Do I want to chop the marsh out? Is that worth it? It probably is, you know. Let's get the builder in and chop it out. Oh, that's a genius plan. Yeah, when I get factories, that'll be wonderful. Brazil really wants to buy my book. Babylon has just settled right next to me with no loyalty. That's fun. I could liberate that city and give myself 100% production for 10 turns, but it would be giving it up to them for, well, ever. You in a dark age? Yeah, they are in a dark age. That's so weird. I don't know how I feel about that. People always fixate and worry about the things that you can't do, and that's fine. But sometimes you have to think about the things that you can do. And in Canberra, we're chopping down marshes, because that's what we do. Ah, lovely. Get that industrial zone down quickly. I think I'm actually going to plonk a theatre square on this tile. Normally I would go government plaza in my Pingala city, but I think I'm going to save my government plaza for a Magnus city. Start pumping out some settlers. I don't feel this is a particularly settlerific map, so maybe I should just government plaza there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know at all. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I do know what I'm going to do. I've changed my mind. Government plaza, and then I'll pop down a theatre square there. This should start spreading appeal, especially when we start cutting down the rainforest. It's fine. We figured it out eventually. Right, city number 5, Melbourne. This is only going to be a +5 campus until I improve the appeal of the surrounding area, and I'm going to end up chopping down a wood in order to then put a holy site down. So this might take a little while, but +5 is still pretty epic, so we'll whip that down with great speed. 92 science per turn. Oh, it's happening. One thing I do need to think about though, if Mari falls, I can liberate it, which will basically guarantee an alliance with Babylon, and it will give me double production for 10 turns, which is a really good middle game boost. It would surrender this land, and unfortunately they have grabbed some cattle, which is a bit annoying because I could use that to culture bomb, but it's okay. Cut down the rainforest. Who cares about ecosystems? What do I need to liberate that city? Probably cartography, I'm thinking. Mathematics will boost. Oh man, I'm trying to avoid doing any tech that I've got the boost for, but I mean, if that's only 1 turn of boost, I might as well just whip through that. You know, thinking about it, Hildegard is going to be really important in this game because I've got some crazy holy sites. I mean, this is a +4, but that's a +7, and down here this will be a +8, so there's 16 science available if we get her. Do I save up faith? Do I save up gold? Do I run a project or 2? Maybe just changing my government around for now is a good option. Let's go to scientific points like that. That'll do. Oh, and this is work ethic being sent around. We're going to find ourselves bouncing between work ethic and feed the world quite a lot, but that's okay. We don't mind. Both are lovely. Ecosystems. Gotta chop them all. Don't forget, the more faith I get, the more monumentality I get, and the more of all of the other yields I get as well. It's all wonderful. I keep losing about 5 or 6 science per turn every time Canberra loses happiness. Maybe selling my last resource isn't worth it. Got to be other resources I can earn. Have I genuinely sold all my tea? I have. That's nuts. A Brit sells all of his tea. What is this? 3 era score from a beautiful holy site again. Don't forget, all of that faith is now translating beautifully. So good, in fact. I'm considering putting scripture now into my government, but I want serfdom first. And okay, let's get rid of the great scientist points. It helped a little bit, but it's nothing that I can't just buy. So we'll save up a little bit of gold. In the luxuries, there we go. Silver, look. Yes, keep me happy. I can now finally treat myself to a few builders with all of this burgeoning faith. So 5 charge builder over in Sydney, and now Melbourne's going to do the same. And now we just save up a little bit more faith. I think we can settle a little bit. We don't have to go crazy on settling in this game. I don't mind having a fairly consolidated empire, but I certainly don't want to leave any of this land around if it's something that I could use, you know? Just realized how many industrial zones America must be building because they're already on 8 points. Unless they've got the Curtin, they could actually have the Curtin. Oh, Boston's going to rebel. There's so many cities. Oh no, Babylon's got steel. That's going to make liberating that city quite annoying. Steel. Why have you got steel? Coal mine and an ironclad. Oh, for goodness sake, Babylon. How am I supposed to liberate you with a galley? Fine. You know what? I'm going to end up keeping that city, aren't I? I can just tell already. Well, is there any point rushing cartography then if we're not going to be able to do anything with it? Probably not. Let's get education instead, because hopefully Hildegard will be the wonderful scientist that I will pick up to boost education. Oh, imagine a world where that happens. City number 6. And the mysterious city that nobody can pronounce. It's impossible. Nobody knows how to pronounce that one. You can leave it in the comments if you want, your version of how you're going to pronounce it, but don't worry. It's probably wrong. Even Australians can't quite agree. You're going to find this annoying, America, because it's you that I'm going to borrow the gold from in order to buy the great scientist that you probably want. But that's just how this works. Hildegard. This converts a holy site into delicious science. Now the question is, do I use her immediately on this +4, which gives me 8 science per turn, or do I wait for the +7? Oh, it's going to take a while, isn't it? That might take a while. I think I can probably improve a couple of tiles to speed it up, but that's going to be a long burner. It's too good though, isn't it? +7. I have to go for it. I just have to. Oh, there's a city-state to my north. Ooh, go find them, please. Bandar Brunei. Nobody has control over it. I didn't get first meat, but that's fine. They want to construct a campus. 2 turns. Oh, I need to switch charismatic leader over quickly. Oh, that is bad timing. That is bad timing. All right, we'll see if we can switch that over next turn. I've just seen as well, there's a tribal village over here. Warrior, away. Oh no, it's 1 turn now. It's 1 turn now. Okay, I'm not waiting for that. There's optimizing and I cannot be bothered. Samari flips. I will receive this city from loyalty spread. It's got 400 strength walls and it's 60 strength. My galley can't, I would just kill myself on the walls. And even if I got a quadrireme or a frigate, it might be difficult to capture. So I might just steal this city, take the pasture. Why not? So Lincoln, Babylon and Vietnam are now all established friends. Don't worry, it doesn't mean that I'm going to necessarily be peaceful with them. It just means what I can do is the usual Ursa domination strategy, where I'm allied to everyone on the map apart from one person. So I don't have to worry about joint wars or anything like that. It just gives me the opportunity to just pick people off one after another. It's diabolical. 100 science by turn 95, and we're still by far in last, with 4 techs behind Scythia, 5 behind Vietnam, 6 behind Brazil, 8 behind America, and Babylon's now got 68 technologies. Have they finished the tree? Oh my goodness, they're all the way over here. What are you doing? Did they just get a bunch of great scientists? Like what has happened here? Nope, they're just being Babylon. All right, well, let's not worry about that. They've already got rocketry and satellites and nanotech. Oh dear. At least in my last game, I didn't know who was going to be beating me. But it's quite clear who the big Giga boss is this game, I think. Oh, hello. That's a mechanized infantry. It's 500 BC. What do I do in this instance? Oh, there's a caravel there as well. I love having Babylon, but this is something that always pops up on Reddit, right? People say, oh, I hate having Babylon in the game because, of course, as soon as Babylon invents a unit, then the barbarians get it. And I totally understand that that's a bit of a fallacy. Barbarians work usually on a sort of weighted average of the techs that people have unlocked. However, this is barbarian clans, which means Babylon does give their units to barbarians and also to 3 cities. Oh dear. Right. What do we do in this instance? I'm just going to keep my builder here, knowing that I'm going to have to fix that probably. This is going to be burning very soon. Hey, Babylon, can we have a research alliance, please? No reason why. Vietnam would love a military alliance. That's fun. Hopefully it's going to back off and not try and kill my 24 strength city. Yeah, good. 3 cities tend not to be too aggressive in their unit movement, but that's not good. And did you just pillage? You did just pillage, didn't you? Yep, typical. Stirrups. It's given me pastures on +1 food, which is brilliant for all of my source of horse. Oh, hello. Scythia is now at war with me. What happened there? They just declared war on Vietnam. That was an ill-timed alliance, although I have just ended up boosting Vietnam in a weird way, so I guess it's not too bad. However, I had a lot of luxuries coming in from Scythia there, so the world had better resupply me. Canberra grows to 10 population, and this caravel is getting very annoying. Do I really want to pay 330 gold, or would I just save up 500 and buy something that can kill it? It's more tempting, isn't it? It's more more tempting. So I will be tempted. Sell the tea, let it get dumped in the harbor, buy a caravel and say, not today. Although if I attack now, it's just going to pillage, isn't it? So I'll wait for it to pillage first. Oh no, it attacked me. Okay. You're going to still pillage that turtle. So I'm going to let you just get it out of your system, okay? Actually, no, I say that. I'm going to move on to this tile and fix my one. Look at that. Babylon's got so much coal, aluminium. Oh, do you want to declare war on Scythia? Yeah, they'd love to. Turn 100, by the way. We starting to catch up with people? No, we're not. But that's okay. I have a recon unit. I have a scout. Nobody panic. Quickly, make your way back. We'll kill these barbs with a single scout. Well, that's good. It attacked my galley. That in itself isn't great, but it means that it's not going to pillage my other turtle, which is wonderful. Okay, monarchy time. Serfdom, good. Scripture, good. Natural philosophy, even good. Duh. Even gooder? That'll do. Let's pop in retainers and limes for the extra housing, because of course we all know that we need housing as Australia. Or not. There you go. Lincoln's gone monarchy. He likes me again. See, I'm really easy to get on with. Johannesburg has appeared. A new city-state. Almost to outback stations. This is where we really start to get the food and production down on my cities on a great mass scale. We've just met Vatican. All of these city-states now appearing on the map. This is good. This is good. Getting more influence points. Stacking up the envoys as quickly as we can. And this is city number 7. New continent. New source of turtle. A new builder. It's all wonderful. The holy site is finished. I did wait. I waited and now, bam. Keep an eye on my science in the top left. 107 goes to 121 because this is now a 14 faith and science holy site. And look, as much as I'm having a lot of fun with Feed the World, work ethic is almost available in this city. Oh, that's looking good. Plus, of course, all of the extra faith as I'm building holy sites and things like shrines and temples and all this stuff, it is improving my science and culture and gold through the delights of Chorus. You love to see it. Grants on Pingala, that just gives me a little bit more in the way of scientist, engineering points, all of the good stuff. What am I going to need for tier 1 plaza building? Got a bit of a choice. Either I go for 3 settlers, or sorry, 3 builders when I make settlers, but that's not really the map for it, is it? Audience chamber would give me more amenities and housing, and Warlord's Throne gives me 20% bonus when I conquer a city, but I'm going to be liberating rather than conquering, so I'll go audience chamber today. It's a tight one. Now, Mari, do I want to free? You know what? I'm going to actually test something here. If I were to not accept this city, by the way, I can't grab the, people are going to say, grab this tile. I can't. It's too close to Mari. I can't grab it. If I refuse it, does it keep the 20 strength because it was with me last? Like, it's lost the steel walls here. It's a pretty useless city. So, I mean, yes, okay, admittedly, there is an amazing campus tile that's quite good. It's +5. It's not brilliant, though. I'm going to test something. Will it keep 20? Because if it does, I can liberate it. No, it's gone to 60 again. All right, that's fine. I'm going to upgrade my caravels very soon, and we should be able to go after it. But that was a test for me. It's lost the steel walls, though. Cartography is discovered, and I tell you what, you, Mr. Barb Clan, need to stop sending new caravels to me. I don't want to bribe you. Because it's so expensive. But I can't have you just constantly doing, fine. Just know that I'm not happy that I had to do that, okay? I'm not happy. Now, I'm going to need multiple caravels to take this city, aren't I? It is possible, though. What do I want to unlock now? I mean, I've got such an amazing industrial zone right in the middle of my empire. I'm really, really tempted just to beeline industrialization, especially because I'm going to get a lot of food and production from outback stations within 3 turns, so I'm not worried about that too much. I'm also thinking about settling. Looking at the map, I have a lot of tundra to the north, which is okay. It is quite pretty because of all of the sea proximity, but there's not many luxuries up there. Or I can head over towards this very cold area where Brazil is. Again, doesn't really do anything for me unless it carries vast quantities of luxuries. I'm just not fussed about it. That's why I haven't been settling so much. I'm tempted to see how it goes. Preemptively spawning in a load of builders, though. We are almost ready to go builderific. Guilds. Hey, this is actually quite useful. Oh, I forgot about retainers. I should be doing more with that. Whoopsie. Especially because I've got units just randomly sat around, not in my cities. Of course I do. Right, now I've got to go and claim Mari before Vietnam picks it up in 6 turns, which could be tricky. We shall see. Switching over first to Diplomatic League because I've now picked up 2 delightful envoys, and Vatican will reveal quite a lot of the map to me, as well as giving me some extra faith, which gives me extra of every other yield. God, all the city-states are around here have just stolen so many of Brazil's settlers. I think there was such a barb problem, they didn't really ever escape it. Now, welcome to the Outback Station. It's worth a food and a production, which is a really good start. It also gets an extra food for every adjacent pasture, and it'll start getting adjacency from steam power and rapid deployment just with other stations around it, so you just want to put these down everywhere. However, not written in is the fact that I believe it improves pastures as well. So if I just make this Outback Station, watch for yields on these 2 horse tiles. Okay, not quite yet, but I believe later on, once we get through the text, this will start to be really, really good. Look at that though. It's a 5-1 tile already. Beautiful. It's tempting to give researcher to Pingala, but now that I've almost got my tier 1 building, I want to just start appointing different governors around my lands just to improve their happiness. Toowoomba is where I go first. I really hope that's how you say that. I don't think it is, but it's a fantastic name. Just look at all these holy sites going down though. This is a plus, can't remember actually, 7? Yeah, +7. Another +7. Oh, 14 faith, which produces 3 science, culture, and gold on top of all of its other yields. 20 scripture, 29 natural philosophy. Oh yes, it's lovely. One of my favorite things about Outback Stations is as you build them, the walls around them start to get bigger and bigger and bigger, especially as you go through the tech tree. Just keep an eye out for that. Visually, it's one of the coolest things. Now that I've got audience chamber, one thing I do know is I kind of want to start stealing from Babylon if possible. They have so much tech that I can just basically send spies to them all day. Now I know I'm allied to them at the moment, but that will go in time. That will go in time. So intelligence agency could be the way to go. Grandmaster's Chapel is always really good in a high faith game, but it looks like I've got a lot of things to be using my faith on this game. So intelligence agency I think is the one to play with. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to destroy this city. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay, Vietnam might seize that city. I don't know if they'll have the loyalty to hold it, but that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I would have needed maybe 7 or 8 caravels to destroy this city. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot. I didn't bring enough to the party, put it that way. A little trick I found. If you've got a bunch of faith and you are confused as to what to do with it, what you could do is just get loads and loads of builders and then take the serfdom card in and out of your government as you're buying them. I'm just thinking about whether or not I want Imhotep. That's 3 wonders, and there are some wonders still available that would be really handy. Colosseum, Petra, Mausoleum, Great Lighthouse, Hanging Gardens, there's quite a few in there. I'm actually going to hold on to my faith. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is take serfdom out, put Republican legacy back in. Hopefully that'll make, yes, everywhere's ecstatic now. Up to 197 science per turn at 112. I am absolutely playing my socks off here. This is as serious as I can play, and I'm still in last on science. Scythia is just hanging at the back. Normally I would say, Scythia, not a very good science civ. Yeah, don't worry about Scythia. Have we learned our lesson on that one yet? There's 200 turns. I don't need to be at war with you. Come on, peace. 2 gold per turn for peace. You know what? It's so petty. I'll accept. I respect the pettiness of it. I'll take some foxes as well, and I'll sell you some peace horses. They're like regular horses, but they come in pieces. Wait, no, what? Note to self. Don't chop horses up. People don't like that. All right, we're going to have to abandon Mari. I'm sorry. We tried. I didn't try very hard, admittedly, but I tried with my 2-boat navy. 10 turns for medieval era. That's fine. Oh no! Oh, come on. I was just about to pick up Imhotep. Literally just about to pick him up, and you bought it, Vietnam. I'd saved up so much faith for that. You jerk. That's what I'm going to say to that. Do I buy some meeting houses? I don't feel like a very good deal. Settlers? There are still a couple of places that I could settle around. I really wanted Imhotep. That's so annoying. You know what? I'm going to save up for Rumi because these are +4 great works of writing, aren't they? Brazil, no doubt, will pick that up before I can get to it, but we'll try. Like 8 culture per turn. Is it even worth it? Am I really going for a culture victory? No. Be focused, Ursa. Come on. What would really help? There's so much of the world out here that just hasn't been explored. I get the feeling that everyone has been settled onto such a small space of land. There's space out there. If we have a look, 9 cities, 7, 5, 9, 9. People haven't gone crazy. Should I just send a couple of settlers out and just get them sailing around the world and see what we can find? Speculative settlers. I'm going to send 2 out. We're going to send 1 out in this direction, and we'll go through Babylonian lands. Actually, no, we're going to go south through Vietnamese lands, and we'll send another one out through Babylonian lands. It's going to be quite the voyage. I may never see those settlers again, but it is a risk I'm willing to take. Another worst thing about Imhotep is, it actually was all of the era score I was going to get as well in those 10 turns. I've now got to think of another way of getting 10 era score. Oh, all right, voting time. Please vote for me. Religious seems to be the most populous. Go on, send trade routes to me. You know you want to. It's worked. And industrial city-states. Okay. Oh, Brazil has decided that Sydney no longer has Feed the World. Instead, oh, ignore that caravel dying. That's terrible. And oh yeah, and I lost an aid request, by the way. Oh, I probably should have given gold to that. Nobody got the points, though. Nobody got the points. That's fine. But yeah, look, I think it's that work ethic in here now. 14 production on that holy site. Oh, I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Give this trade route to Babylon as well. Food production, 12 gold and 2 science and 1 faith. I mean, whether I'll keep all of that or not, I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Medieval fairs. I might put serfdom back in briefly. Sorry, my cities. Yeah, one of them lost out there, but that's fine. We don't talk about the city. My city's only got 3 strength. Why have I not built a ranged unit? Well, it sounds about right, doesn't it? It's the sort of thing I would usually do. Magnus is in. Moksha is in. Raina, get in. Yes. Become the rat. The Ballarat. It's like a ballerina rat, I think, right? And by the way, that is a spaceport that's almost finished on turn 116. This could be a very quick game. Just saying. You know what? I'm honestly just not thinking about it. It sounds ridiculous, but if I consider the possibility that we may not be able to win this game just at this point, it becomes a little bit overwhelming. So I'm just playing as well as I can, forging ahead, not worrying about it. Well, there'll always be something we can do. You know, there's always something you can do against the AI. Babylon values Niter at 12 gold. Sure. Which means I can actually just buy a frigate. That's cool. And that hopefully means, yeah, look at my city's got way more attack power now. Huzzah! Kill the frigate. Release my settlers into the sea. So Vietnam are in a golden age and they're just holding on to this city. They may lose it. We may get another opportunity to liberate the city Babylon. I think I'm not too worried about it. 6 turns. 6 turns. Okay, Liang is now in Melbourne. And here is our intelligence agency. I'm not allied to Lincoln yet, am I? So 40 techs. They have 13 techs over me still. They are pretty decent. Can I borrow some tech from America? New Orleans, it's quick to get to. It's really close and it's pretty decently chanced. Yeah, let's do it. Now we buy a ton of builders with my remaining faith. Monumentality isn't long for this world, to be honest with you. Again, Republican legacy can now come into my government and I'm just going to change and a diplomatic league will stay there for a second. I'm not far off Visselbanken and Machiavellianism. Better spying than me. Oh, I could build a +3 theatre square. That would help. That would give me some era score. Let's do that. My harbour needs to finish faster than it currently is finishing, because if that doesn't finish in time, I'm not going to get the golden age. I'm going to get era score from the harbour and from the theatre square. That's 3 a pop to get me to 80. Bandar Brunei is giving me 2 era score there, so I just need to find 2 more, but we are now within a decent chunk. I think I can still destroy this barb camp, you know? Oh, going to industrialization will give me a little bit, won't it? Yeah, fair enough. Oh, there you go. I could just cycle the tile into this city. That's much quicker. That's much quicker. Oh, Babylon, if I'm going to move my settlers across your land, can you at least clear the barbs from it? Oh, Babylon. Okay, right. Well, I've lost that settler. That's... that was gone. I did say right from the beginning this would be ambitious. It was worth a try. Look, I've still got 1 in the game. All I need to do is find some land, settle, and then I can go and spawn more settlers from there and colonize somewhere. This isn't the end of the world, you know? Still possible. Yeah. Goodbye, settler. Goodbye, settler. Oh, look at that. 4 turns from the Earth satellite. It's a beautiful thing to see. It really isn't. They haven't got smart materials yet, so you never know. We may have a hope. We're not going to have a hope, are we? So I'm going to pick up steam power really quickly. I wouldn't normally rush it so much, but don't forget outback stations do get additional production from steam power for every 2 adjacent ones. So if we start doing little stacks of them like this, we can get some really, really, really good food and production going in the center of our empires. Hey, look, Abraham Lincoln has coffee. The most wonderful thing a channel like this could ever receive. Haha. Plug. Bit of gold now pumping into... Do we save for the factory first before the university? I think that's the plan, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit of selling and factory goes bam. This is the range on the factory, by the way. So it does hit every single one of my cities apart from Hobart. But honestly, what does Hobart need? Nothing. Oh, coal right under a wood there. And oh, I could put a mine down. Is that going to remove the happiness on that campus? A little bit. Okay, it's not too bad. 3 era score. Theatre square. Okay, the harbour's going to give me 3 era score as well. That means I need 1 more. 1 What era score can I get in 2 turns? My scout, you know what? My scout might be able to just go and clear this barb camp. Granada. Oh, it's first meet as well. Oh, and they want an industrial zone. That's easy to do. But Granada is Alcazar's. And Alcazar's, I mean, I've got very high appeal land, so this isn't bad. Hang in there. We may be able to pull this off. That's 3 era score. Oh, I just picked up era score from something else. First civic of new era. Oh, amazing. And I know I'm discovering the new world, but I am going to put in Machiavellianism already. I'd like 25% less time on spies. I know. Ursa using spies. What is this? No one's sure. No one is sure, but I need the tech boost. So we are going to gain sources. Without barbecue and mayonnaise, we cannot steal refining. It's impossible. I won't hear it. Oh, actually, we're going to defeat the Barb clan as well. So this would have been worth 3 era score. We would have done it even without that little random boost. And 2 boosts there as well. Sanitation. It's like gunpowder we got as well. Lovely. What just happened there? Sabotage production in Canberra. Don't do that, AI. I'm so far behind. Why would you target this city of all of them? Go for Babylon. Oh dear. It's fine. It's okay. We're in another era and I'm trying to work out what the best thing to do now would be. Monumentality is always good fun, but the idea of settling a new city with Hicksunk Draconas would certainly catapult us. I think we're 1 era before that point though. Monumentality will be fine. It still gives us builders and settlers and all the good stuff. I mean, speaking of, my settlers giving it the best shot. We're still traveling through Vietnam. So far, so good. And here's a coal power plant. We're going to get some coal in. Speaking of, Babylon sold me Nitus so cheap. How are you selling coal? Oh, expensively. Okay, fine. I'll get my own, I guess. I lost a bit of science from that, but never mind. Earth satellite is done on turn 123. Ah, yes. Oh no, Babylon's got smart materials now as well. Right, we have a problem. In theory, there is nothing stopping Babylon right now from just accelerating through. I need as much visibility on them as I can get. I need to know what they're doing at any one point. This is a problem. This is a real problem. Who did I just lose scientist-wise? Galileo. That's okay. This scientist gives me lots of happiness and housing in my capital, which is always something you could use. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa, Zaf. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!